This is my presentation about Codeflow Canvas at LIVE 2024. My name is Maikel van Lisdonk. I'm a freelance software developer focusing on front-end and working on Codeflow Canvas for the last 2 years in my spare time. And I strongly believe that an interactive picture has more than 1,000 lines of code. So, what is Codeflow Canvas? Codeflow Canvas is a generic visual programming system, and it's generic in the sense that different visual programming languages with different implementations can be built on top of it. It can be used together with and in other code bases, which is TypeScript for now. It's extendable and based on a node and wire model. My goals for Codeflow Canvas are to visually and interactively explain how software algorithms or application logic transform input to output, to build data processing pipelines, and show how data flows through an application. And to use visual programming in existing code bases, so you have less visualizing of code and data structures in your head, and see the impact of changes in a code base live. This is what Codeflow Canvas looks like, and I will demo it in just a few seconds. These are 2 implementations based on the same infinite canvas editor. On the left side is a logic computational model in a traditional web environment. All nodes are functions, and the engine calls these functions from JavaScript in the browser. On the right side is a visual live program environment for building a GPU pixel shader. Do you actually see my slides?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we see your slides. We do see your slides right now. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't see my browser.
We're currently no, we don't see your browser. You might need to share maybe your screen or a different window.
Yeah, you're right. I was afraid that this would happen. This is Celsius to Fahrenheit converter implemented as a bidirectional data flow.
Can you wait one moment? We're waiting for the stream to load up.
Excuse me?
Give us 1 second. Sorry, we're waiting for the screen share to work right now. You're sharing your screen?
Okay. Yeah. We've paused it further to see your resources. It's fine.
Yeah, do you think you could restart your screen share and just stop it and start it, and then hopefully that'll work?
Yeah. Is it better? Oh, it stopped.
Yep, we got it. We're good. We can see.
Yeah? All right. This is a Celsius to Fahrenheit converter implemented as a bidirectional data flow. When you type in some degrees, some Celsius degrees, the Fahrenheit gets calculated, and vice versa. When you type in the Fahrenheit, the Celsius gets calculated. And you can use this timeline slider at the bottom to go through all the steps that the program made, inspect what happened, but you also can travel backwards in time. You can also export this flow to TypeScript, and a separate TypeScript program on my computer uses that flow to generate an API together with a Swagger page, and it uses the Codeflow Canvas runtime engine to execute the flow. And because it's a Swagger page, you can execute the API and see the results at the bottom. I also have a bit of a more complex example, which is the k-means clustering algorithm implemented using Codeflow Canvas. And the k-means clustering algorithm is an algorithm that groups together similar data points in clusters. Here I use a data set of 50 random data points. I can put this flow on a bigger speed, higher speed, or at full speed, and then it finishes immediately when it hits the first node. You can also inspect this program, and then you see how the clusters converge to the final state visually. Unfortunately for this, I still need some escape hatches, which is implemented using regular JavaScript code. You can give this function a name, and that name you can use in an expression node like this. But in the next example, I will show something that I want to use here as well in the future to hopefully have less or no escape hatches like that. This is the GPU pixel shader that I built. This is of course the famous Mandelbrot factor, which you can also
Hey Maikel, we lost your audio
output color, which is output using this node. And that interaction that you just saw.
Hey Maikel, can you hear us?
That is handled by the scene position and scene zoom node together with this transformation. This the Mandelbrot calculation itself is I have put in this composition node, which is basically a subflow. But you can also put multiple compositions on the canvas if you need to do that. And subflows themselves can also have compositions in them. Another feature that I want to show is that when you select a node, you can easily replace it with a compatible node and immediately see the effect of that change. And you can do the same with the connection. You can insert a compatible node into a connection. All right. This was almost my demo of my presentation. If you want to play with CodeFlow Canvas yourself, you can do it online. There's no user account or login needed because everything runs in the browser. The code can be found on my GitHub, as well as the presentation. And if you have questions in the future, you can contact me on the Future of Coding Slack or at my email address. But that was my presentation. Thanks for watching, and have a lot of fun at the rest of the conference.